Functional groups in carbon compounds. Many types of carbon compounds are formed by formation of bonds of carbon with other elements such as halogens, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. The atoms of these elements substitute one or more hydrogen atoms in the hydrocarbon chain, and thereby the tetravalency of carbon is satisfied. So when we were studying about the tetravalency of carbon, and due to this property of tetravalency, carbon can form large number of compounds. There we had taken up one example where we substituted one hydrogen atom at a time and we got various compounds. So this is carbon atom with its 4 valencies, and these 4 valencies of carbon are satisfied by forming 4 single bonds with hydrogen, and it gives rise to the compound methane, that is CH4. Now one by one we started substituting the hydrogen atom by a halogen like chlorine. So here we have seen that carbon can form bond with halogens, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So here we have taken an example of chlorine, which is a halogen. So we substituted one hydrogen with one chlorine atom, and chlorine is monovalent, and so it will also form a single bond with carbon, and remaining 3 will be hydrogen. So at a time we kept on substituting one hydrogen with one chlorine, and we kept on getting a new compound. Here we substitute 2 hydrogens with 2 chlorine atoms. Here we substitute 3 hydrogen with 3 chlorine atoms, and here we substitute all the 4 hydrogen with 4 chlorine atoms. So this is what it is meant over here. The atoms of these elements substitute one or more hydrogen atoms in the hydrocarbon chain, and thereby the tetravalency of carbon is satisfied. The atom of the element which is substitute for hydrogen is referred to as a heteroatom. So here chlorine will be referred to as a heteroatom. Sometimes heteroatoms are not alone but exist in the form of certain group of atoms. To understand this, we have taken one example of CH3OH. So here we have substituted one hydrogen with OH group. So this is called as a group of atom. So sometimes heteroatoms are not alone but they exist in the form of group of atoms, like in alcohol. The compound acquires specific chemical properties due to these heteroatoms or group of atoms that contain heteroatoms. So now the properties of the new compound that are going to be formed will depend upon the heteroatom. So the compound will acquire the properties due to these heteroatoms or group of atoms. So the properties of the compound will change once one hydrogen or more than one hydrogen gets substituted by an atom or a group of atom, that is a heteroatom. Therefore, these heteroatoms or the group of atoms containing heteroatoms are called functional groups. So here chlorine will be a functional group, and the OH group is a functional group where we find that the heteroatom is oxygen. We shall study more about heteroatoms in the next table. But here we need to know that these heteroatoms or the groups of atoms containing heteroatoms are called functional group. So here OH is the functional group. The free valency of the functional group is indicated by short line. So here we have to show a short line, and then we have to show the functional group. So This is the free valency of the functional group, which is indicated by a short line. The functional group taking place of hydrogen is joined to carbon chain with this valency. So this functional group will be joined to the carbon atom with the help of this valency. The carbon-carbon double and triple bonds are also recognized as functional groups, as the respective compounds get specific chemical properties due to them. So this is the last point in functional group, which tells us that even carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond, they are also recognized as functional groups, and compound acquires chemical properties according to the bond they possess. So accordingly, we have single bond, that is saturated hydrocarbons, and we have unsaturated hydrocarbons with double and triple bond. So we know that the names of the compounds also change accordingly depending upon the double or triple bond present in them. If it is double bond, the name ends in ENE. If it is triple bond, it ends in YNE. So these suffix that we add tell us about the saturation, unsaturation, and presence of double bond or triple bond or single bond also. So double bond and triple bond are also recognized as functional groups, and the properties of the compound depend upon the functional group that is possessed in them. So with this we come to the end of today's session, and we shall continue the functional groups that are given in your textbook in the next class. Thank you.